Hey guys, I wanted to make a video of a few things here to help you guys understand your plays a little bit better. And then you can look at this at home anytime. And I know we just got 2 more practices and before our first game. And maybe over the Thanksgiving break, you can take a look at this stuff. And it's going to be real important that you know how to do this. So first off, let me get back to my program here. There we go. Sorry about that. So first we got 41. A few of the terms that I'm probably going to be using through this little video is this area is called the post area on both sides. Inside this rectangle here, we call that the lane, okay? And the top corner here, we call that the elbow. And so you'll probably hear me use those terms, and that gives you a location to know where you need to be, okay? If I say the corner, it's going to be in this area on both sides. And this is the post, in the lane, and at the elbow. And we may use the term top of the key as well at times. Okay? So 41 means 4 outside and 1 inside. If you'll notice, I got 4 people on the outside of the 3-point line, the arc, if you want to call it that. And then I've got 1 person, which usually is my number 5. And they are at one of the elbows. Okay, so right now I've got the ball in the corner. It doesn't matter where the ball is with either one of these 2 guards. But it's really important when we're coming down the court and we set this up that we get somebody down. You don't have to be in the corner, but I need you here. If you're here, then one of the big things about basketball is that you have balance on the court. And if you draw a dotted line down the center of this court, we don't need everybody on one side, because that makes these people, especially these 3, really easy to defend. Okay, 1 person can guard all 3 of those people. All right, so we don't want that to happen. So I want you to really try to spread out within reason. You don't, like I said, you don't have to be standing in this corner, because then that kind of puts you in a bad position too. You're easy to defend in a corner as well. So somewhere about here, preferably if you drew a straight line from this foul line, there or lower. Okay, so if I drew a straight line over here, there or lower, preferably just a little bit lower. And you can't, and we've talked about this in practice, if this guard has the ball, of course, to start our motion, she would want to pass it here or pass it here. But those 2 people can't just stand in one spot and expect to be able to get the ball. It's called a V cut. You would cut in and then back out. Okay, and then we can pass the ball, and then our motion starts. So if I pass the ball to the person that's closest to the corner, okay, then I would make a backdoor cut, or if I can't make that backdoor cut, then I'm going to cut in front of my man, and hopefully my job is to keep them on the back side of me. Okay, if they're following me like this, it's going to be a little bit hard, or if they're guarding me well, it's going to be hard to make that pass. But hopefully make that pass quick enough to where they can cut back door and get an easy layup. All right, if they don't get it, then they cut on through, And while that person's cutting through, these two other players have to fill in. Okay? And again, this person can't just come up here and stand. They may have to make a V cut. Okay? If they absolutely can't get the ball, then they could come and set a pick for this person. Okay? Hopefully our offensive person here hasn't picked up the dribble yet. And if absolutely we get in a bad spot, and this person's our 5 or our biggest person on the court, maybe can come down, okay, flash back door, then we can make that pass for a layup. But hopefully, like I said, this person kept their dribble, and if we absolutely have to, they can dribble up here, okay, switch places, and then they can get this ball to the corner. But right now, what I'd like to see is that the first pass was made here. They already made their cut through. Everybody else filled in. Make this pass. Then we make this pass. Then we make this pass. And then, of course, on that pass, then we got our cut again. And hopefully through this running this offense, you guys learn how to do some backdoor cuts. And then as the year goes on, we want to get a little bit more creative with this and actually maybe do. I've got another play that goes with this that is a pick and roll type play where this person, where our 5 would set a pick, and then this guard would run off of that, and then this 5 would dive in, and then one of those two hopefully would be open. But the main goal of 41 is to just rotate the ball, get it to a corner. The person that made that pass cuts through, and then everybody else fills back in up top. Okay, and I want my 5 to be real smart. Okay, and at times we'll could pass this in, and then this off guard cuts back door here, and then we got this pass. That's some stuff we got to work on at practice, but right now you guys still don't have this main rotation. Okay, the ball goes to the corner on either side. Okay, as soon as it goes, the person that passed it will be the cutter. And you'll go all the way through the lane, all the way to the far corner, and then you'll just, everybody else just fills in. Okay? It's simple. It's very, very simple motion offense. The ball's passed around over here, and you got a cutter here, and they fill in on the other side. Okay? So, I feel like this is a really simple offense, and you guys should be able to run this. And the more we run it, the more we get familiar with it, the more fancy we can get with it, and we can run a lot of other things. And if you can run this offense, it'll make you better players for the future as well. So I got a few notes that I want you to look at, and then I'll leave you with this, and you can pause this and look at it as much as possible. And then I'm going to make you another video on 2-3 zone and then our out of bounds plays.